And here we go, our first boat of the day coming in on approach, and Cap looks like she's got the angle she's looking for as she comes in toward the dock. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ranch channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting Boynton Beach. I like the pace of the approach, and she kind of rubs against the dock a little bit, which is going to kick the boat off. Nobody's really going real fast, but he goes off with the line. But she's tapped it into reverse, and now it's starting to back out on him. Have to be careful, especially with the metal pole that's around the concrete piling you see there. That thing will do some damage quick, even just leaning against it. So he's trying to bring her back around. Cap goes for a little bit of forward gear to try and finish it off. And there she goes. She's going to get it around there. And they'll be able to walk it up and get this one all set. But just our first crew of the day, let's see how everybody else does. So our guy's backing it up. Mama's got the lines on the ready. And we got a little float action on the stern now. And Mom's kind of pulling on those lines, but the boat's not coming off, and it looks like he's put the truck into park. So she's trying. It's not coming. He's going forward, and that boat's not off. And there we go. He finally realizes it as he sees her struggling in the mirror, like, oh, it's not deep enough yet. There we go. She's floating now. And he can pull forward at this point. So, wind's blowing a little bit. You can see the flags on top here. And our crew up in the boat, coming in hot, has to brake check it. I was a little concerned about the guy up there with the bow rail once he came in with that hard brake check. But there we go. Everybody starts stepping off now. And it's like a mass group exodus here as everybody tries to get off the boat at the same time. Good news for them, though, the flags that are sitting here, they're blowing toward the dock, so that should keep them on the dock. But they appear to be good to go. And it also appears they had a pretty good time over at the sandbar. So our crew's coming in here as well. And Cap's got them over. They're going to get it tied up. But here comes their buddies also. And another crew, it appears, that's leaving Beer Can Island over here after a long day out in the water. So coming in on approach here, our next Cap, they're kind of sliding off the dock a little bit though. And he reverses the stern out, and it's trying to pull away. So one of his buddies is trying to give him some direction. And the one guy does one of the things I would not do, which is 1 foot on the dock, 1 foot on the boat while the engine's still running. That never turns out well at all. Up, man down. We got somebody down on the dock. And another guy jumps from the dock onto the boat to take over for Cap to try and get this one docked. And he's backing out. But we've got somebody down on the dock. And there we go. Get a little movement. The girls are kind of looking at him like, bro, what are you doing? And this guy's going to slide over to the other dock with the boat. So he sits himself up a little bit, but I got a feeling this is another Beer Can Island victim of being out there in the heat and having a little bit too much fun while being out there in the heat. Now the girls up at the end are not with this crew. Their boyfriends just took off on some jet skis. So our guy's just chilling. The girls are sitting here. And there's definitely conversation going on between the two boats. And he is back down. So after a few minutes, somebody comes over, helps him up a little bit, hugs it out. Now he's gonna hug the pole. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. And if you don't know, this is why we come at the end of the day. down to the boat ramps, or at least make sure we hang out to the end of the day, because typically this is when most of the action happens, where we catch the people who've had a good time. So it looks like our guy is going to be able to walk it off and walk it up the ramp and get out of here. And hopefully be good to go now. One of his buddies helps him out. There we go. And down again. Oh, man. So after a few more minutes, everybody kind of jumps in, gives him a hand, and our guy's up, and these crews are about ready to roll now. And he gives everybody some props as he starts to walk off. And I'm just guessing he's heading toward the bathroom, which is probably a good spot for him. But at least he's walking it off and appears to be okay at this point. So our crew's just about got it loaded up. But the kid, what are they doing? They've grabbed a big rock. And they toss it on the ramp. Well, that's going to be a fun one for somebody when they back their trailer down. All of a sudden, they're just going to hit this big rock that's sitting in the middle of the boat ramp. Oh, man. So our next crew coming in on approach. Cap's got a good angle. And they're right there on the... Our lady almost trips up. She's in a little bit of a rush, it looks like. She tripped up on it for a moment, but then she's able to get it rolling and runs herself up the dock. And this one's always interesting. Very rarely do we see anybody use this dock, but they're going all the way down to the fillet table dock at the end. I mean, typically, there's no ramp down there, so we don't see people use it, because what winds up happening is you wind up in a fight with somebody later as you try and back your trailer down a ramp that's got another boat on it. But this crew's going to go with that path and use this one to try and get out of here. I guess it's a little easier than waiting on a dock, though, sometimes as well. But speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here also. Thank you for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.